Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well today. So we're going to be discussing video calling this week, and specifically today, the ins and outs of Zoom. In this presentation, we will cover features of Zoom, the pros and cons of the platform, how to download it, as well as how to navigate the app, as well as the privacy and security settings, and also reviewing the in-meeting setting options. To start off, what is Zoom? Zoom is a video conferencing software app used to conduct virtual meetings with others. It is used for conferences, webinars, class sessions, and virtual parties and events, especially during the pandemic. It is available for Mac, Windows, Android, and iOS devices. And here is a picture of Zoom being used on a phone, a larger screen computer, and also a tablet. So it is compatible with lots of different devices. Here are some of Zoom's greatest features. It allows you to create breakout rooms for smaller group discussions. It has audio transcripts, unlimited one-on-one meetings, easy screen sharing and virtual whiteboard features, a capacity of up to 1,000 participants and 10,000 viewers, custom virtual backgrounds and video filters, and 40-minute time limits for meetings with 3 or more people. Now I will go over the benefits or the pros of Zoom. With this platform, you can host large group calls and webinars with a very high call quality, which you may have trouble finding with other platforms. It is ideal for interactive meetings with screen sharing. So if you're sharing your screen to show someone something, it is a great platform to use. There are a wide variety of features available, including a gallery and an active speaker view, reactions, chat, and more. But of course, there are also some negative aspects of the application. Firstly, the mobile app has fewer features than a PC or Mac application, which may limit how you use it. More features imply that it may be more difficult to learn, and sometimes you may have trouble navigating it. There's also something called Zoom bombing, which happens very rarely, but sometimes uninvited people can enter and disrupt a meeting. There is also always a risk of giving up personal data, as there is with using any technology. If you are concerned about giving up personal data, do not connect your Zoom account to your Facebook account. Now I will go over how to download Zoom. Zoom can be used on your internet browser, but the features are limited. So it is recommended that you download the application to have the full benefits. Zoom is available on PCs, phones, and tablets. Here are the steps for downloading Zoom on PC or Mac. The first step is to go to the website that is linked here, and this will take you directly to downloading the program. So if you click on it, it will automatically download onto your device. So you don't have to go searching for it online, you just click on this link here. And one of the volunteers can also send this in the chat if you're interested in sending it to someone else or keeping it for later. You will also receive a copy of the presentation where you will be able to click on it. The next step is to click the file to finish installing it on your computer, and you just continue following the steps that are prompted to you. Now, there are some differences between downloading Zoom on a computer or a mobile device. So for mobile devices, you will either go to the Play Store if you have an Android, and the icon for the Play Store is this triangle. It is multicolored. And the App Store is for iOS or Apple devices, and it looks like this icon here, the white and blue A. The next step once you're in the App Store or Google Play Store is to search for Zoom. And you will then install the app that has this logo here. So many of you have probably seen this logo before as you are using Zoom currently, but you just want to make sure you click on the right application. The next step is to either sign in to Zoom or sign up in order to start using the platform. If you are on a mobile device, you will press sign in or sign up. On PC, you will first press sign in and then type in information, or you can press sign up free. This will take you to a web page to complete the sign up process. You can also sign in with Google or Facebook, though you want to be aware of data sharing, and if you are not comfortable with this, you can just create a normal account using your email and your password. So these are screenshots taken from the application, and you can click on this sign in button here, and then you will be able to put in your information. And if you don't yet have an account, the sign up free button will be located in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And these screenshots have been taken from a PC. Now I will go over more of the features and specifically the homepage of Zoom. When you first sign into the application, you will see this homepage. A screenshot is included to the right of the screen right here. And there are a few important buttons located on the screen. Firstly, the orange New Meeting button is right here, and you can use this to start a new meeting, and it will automatically take you into the meeting. You can also click on Join, which is a plus icon, to join an existing meeting. Then the calendar icon is the Schedule button, which is where you can schedule a meeting for later and invite others to the meeting in the future. Note that on mobile devices, the homepage is called Meet and Chat. Now I will go into more detail on the specific buttons that we just reviewed. To start off with New Meeting, you start a new meeting by yourself, and then you can invite people to join by clicking Participants, which is located right here in this screenshot in the right corner. And then you can invite people to join by clicking on Participants, and then you copy the meeting ID, invite link, or invitation, and you send it. You can also invite people via email. So there are lots of ways to get people into your meeting. So you can send them this meeting identification, you can send it by email, or you can copy the invite link or the invitation. If you're on a Mac, you can click on Command-C, and if you're on a Windows, you can click on Control-C, and then you can put it into a text message or any other message and send it along to someone. The next feature is Join. Here you can enter a meeting ID or personal link name to join into a meeting. Check the boxes if you do not want your audio or camera to be turned on automatically when you join. So this is the Join Meeting screen that you will see, and then you can click different selections. So if you want your audio off, then you click on this one, and if you want your video to be off, then you would click on this box here. There's also the option to schedule a future meeting. You would put in the topic, which is the name of the meeting, then the date, which is the date and time, and then you can choose if the meeting requires a passcode for extra security and even adjust other meeting settings. So this is the screen that you will see when you're setting up your meeting. And you can add other settings such as video, which would then allow you to select if the host and participant videos are turned on or off when they join, and other things such as the time zone and the duration of the meeting can also be selected. A continuation of the scheduling feature. You can also adjust the advanced options to further secure your meeting. We suggest to enable a waiting room, so you have to specifically allow people in. You can also disable join before host to always ensure you're the first one there. And you can also enable mute participants on entry. So there are lots of great ways that you can further the security of your Zoom meeting. Once you are done scheduling the meeting and you have put in all of the customizations, you can simply click on the blue schedule button in the bottom right-hand corner. Now I will go over how to invite people to your scheduled meeting. You want to click on the Meetings tab at the top of the window and choose a meeting to invite people to. So we were just exploring the home page, which has the home icon, but now if you look to the right, you will see Meetings. You can then click Copy Invitation, as you will see the meetings lined up in a menu. And then you can send it to people by copying, pasting it through email or a text message. The next section is the Contacts section. Adding contacts will make it easier to invite people to meetings. In order to do this, you want to click on the Contacts tab in the top right-hand corner, then click the plus icon, which looks like this icon here, and press Add a Contact. You will then enter their email address and click on Add, which is seen here in this screenshot. Note that your contact invitation needs to be accepted before you can invite them to meetings. So they must actually say yes to being one of your Zoom contacts, and it is a mutual relationship between the users. Once you have added a contact, they will be listed under your Contacts tab. By clicking on one of them, you will have the option to chat, which is an instant message, or you can also meet with them, which will video call them and they will be able to pick up. For example, this person has a few different company contacts here, and it even shows their status. So if they are available to meet, then you can click on Meet or Chat and contact them further. Now I will go over in-meeting Zoom buttons. There are some differences between the mobile application and the computer application, so we will include screenshots for both to avoid any confusion. So to start off, this is a screenshot taken from a computer, and most of the features are on the bottom bar, such as mute, stop video, participants, share screen, reactions, more, and leave the meeting. And to adjust your view, you can click in the top right-hand corner. But on the mobile application, we can see that there are more features at the bottom as well, though you have to click on more to show the same amount of features as you see on the computer. And you can end the call by going to the top right-hand corner. And it is a different screen size as well, which is important to remember. How to stop or start your video. This allows you to decide if you want to turn your video on or off. On a computer, you will see it here with the stop video icon, and similarly, you will see on a mobile device this stop video icon as well. Adjusting video settings. In order to adjust these settings, click the upward arrow next to the camera button. You can then select a camera to use if you have more than one connected. You can choose a virtual background or a video filter, and you can adjust more settings by clicking on video settings, and you will be able to see more options. So this screenshot is showing that when you click on the upward arrow, it uncovers the different options relating to your video. Virtual backgrounds. This is a really great feature, and I know it's one that many of us enjoy. So I hope that this slide is particularly helpful to everybody. So once you click on virtual backgrounds, you will see some options to choose from to set as your background. If you do not have any default images, or if you want to add more options, you can click the plus button and then you can upload photos or even videos from your own device to use. So the screenshot is showing you where you can add more photos or videos. Note that sadly, this feature is not available for some device models, and this is due to compatibility issues, and many people do have trouble with this. Next, the video filters. These filters can be used to improve your video quality. You can use a variety of overlays, color filters, and even add other custom frames onto your video or appearance on Zoom. For example, you can see this person has added some different filters to themselves, some animal ears, and this is a screenshot taken directly from Zoom showing a few of the options of the filters that you can choose from just by clicking on them. Now, here are some more video settings. There are additional video settings available to you. Some affect your video, including one that allows you to touch up your appearance, and others affect how you see other people's videos. For example, you can change how many people you are able to see at once in gallery view. So there are so many different settings available. And this screenshot is taken from the settings section. So if you go to My Video, you can change things pertaining to your own video quality. And then you can also adjust the display of other people's videos. How to mute or unmute your audio. You can mute your audio to stop sending sound into the meeting, or if you want to speak, you can unmute to send sound. On a computer, you will click on this microphone icon, and also on a mobile device, you will click on the microphone icon as well. How to adjust your sound settings. In order to access these settings, you want to click on the upward arrow next to the microphone button. You will then select microphone input and speaker output. Here you can test your speaker and microphone to make sure that they are functioning properly. And you can also adjust more settings by clicking audio settings. So here's a screenshot taken after someone clicked on the upward arrow. You can select the microphone there or the speaker below, and then also do the test by clicking on test speaker and microphone. A continuation on audio settings. Here you will find more ways that you can adjust your output or the sound coming out of your speakers, as well as your input, which is the words or anything that you're putting into the microphone that is audible to others. For example, you can adjust your input volume to change how much sound your microphone will pick up. And this is very handy if people on your call are complaining that your sound is too quiet, or sometimes it may become muffled, and you can just increase your input volume in order to fix that. So this is a screenshot taken from that settings section where you can drag this little circle here to change your input volume as well as your output volume. So if you're ever having audio issues, this is the place that you should go to. Gallery and speaker view. You can adjust who you see by clicking gallery view or speaker view at the top right-hand corner. The gallery view, which is indicated by this grid icon, allows you to see all participants at once. And sometimes there will be multiple screens worth of gallery view just because there are so many participants. So you may have to click sideways on the arrow to see everybody, but it is a larger view of the group or the group of people in the meeting. Or alternatively, speaker view allows you to see the active speaker in full screen, and you can see that it is represented by this icon here. Note that on a mobile device, you can get different views by swiping right or left. There's also the option to flip your camera. You can click the flip camera icon to flip from your back camera to your front camera and vice versa. This is what the icon looks like, and on a mobile device, it is located in the top left-hand corner. Note that this feature is only available on devices with front and back cameras, for instance, on mobile phones or tablets, but not on computers. Managing participants. This information is meant for situations where you are the host of the Zoom meeting. While you are in the meeting, you can click on the Participants tab. If you hover on a participant's name and click More, you can do things such as start or stop their video or microphone, make them a host or co-host, remove them from the meeting, and more. Note that you can still see the participants if you are not the host, though you do not have the power to make changes to these controls. Here's a screenshot taken from someone who is the host of a Zoom meeting who was hovering over someone's name and is able to make specific different changes to a participant, like stopping their video and other different features. Now I will go over sharing your screen. Sharing your screen allows others to see your computer screen. You want to click Share Screen and then select what you would like to share. Note that this is also available on mobile devices, though sometimes it is simpler to do it on a computer because the screen is larger. There are lots of different options of what you want to share. You can share your entire desktop or just a specific window, for example, Chrome. You can also share your iPhone screen by connecting it through a cable. And if you click on Advanced, you can also share your audio if you want to play a song into the Zoom meeting. You then want to click on this share button here in order to complete the share. Adjusting sharing options. As a host, you can change the sharing options. To do so, click the upwards arrow next to the Share Screen button and select who can share. If you are hosting a large meeting, we suggest turning on one participant sharing and only host on for security reasons, so people aren't randomly sharing their screen or causing any problems if they accidentally clicked something wrong. So again, this screenshot is taken from what was explained in the slide. You would click on the upward arrow and then make the customizations. And then these are the advanced sharing options that allow you to choose who can share. Breakout rooms, which you must be the host in order to use this feature. Breakout rooms allow you to make smaller groups in the meeting. Begin by clicking Breakout Rooms and then select the amount of rooms you would like to create. You can click on either automatically or manually. And if you click manually, then you assign and put people in rooms, but if you choose automatically, it will just randomly assign people. You can even add more rooms and open all rooms. Note that you must enable this feature by signing into Zoom. You want to click My Account, then Settings, and then scroll until you reach In Meeting, Advanced Settings, and then you have to enable Breakout Room. This screenshot is taken from someone who is organizing breakout rooms. They chose the amount of rooms, the type of room assignment, and then you can click on Create Breakout Rooms. Now I will go over in-meeting security. You can adjust meeting security by clicking on Security, or you can click on More and then Meeting Settings if you're on a mobile device. A great feature that you can do is locking the meeting so that no new participants can enter and you know it is secure. You can enable or disable waiting rooms, share screen, chat, or renaming. And you can complete these customizations by clicking on Security, which you will find at this icon, and then clicking on different features here. There are also reactions in Zoom, which many of you may be familiar with, but if not, you can learn now. If you click reactions, you can send reactions to the entire group using emojis. Note that this is located in More on mobile devices. So you want to find the tab that looks like this. It has a little smiley face, and then you can click on different emojis to show how you're feeling or to react to something someone said, or if you want to clap to congratulate someone or laugh at a joke, anything like that. There's also the chat feature, which is a great tool for communication during the meeting. You can click chat on the bottom of your screen to chat with other participants. You can choose to message everyone, or you can also chat with someone privately. Note that the host can see all chats after if they have recorded the meeting. So this chat icon is located on the bottom bar with a little speech bubble, and by clicking on it, it will open up onto your screen. There's also the option to record a meeting. To do so, click record at the bottom of your screen to record the meeting. And you may choose to record on this computer, which will then save the video to your files once the meeting is over, or you can record to the cloud, which saves the video to the Zoom server, which you can download from the web portal. Here is the record icon. It is a circle surrounded by a smaller outline of a circle. And then this is the selection that you can make of where you want to record the meeting to. You can also leave or end a meeting depending on if you're a participant or a host. You will leave the meeting if you are a participant and end the meeting if you are a host. The leave or end is in red, and you will be able to find it in the bottom bar on a computer or the top on a mobile device. And you would simply just click on either of those buttons. Adjusting settings. If you click on your initials or your profile picture in the top right-hand corner of your Zoom homepage, you will be able to adjust a number of settings in your Zoom account. I will also be going over this as well as other features in the live demonstration. Here you will find some general system settings that you can turn on or off. You might also be able to change the appearance of your Zoom window. And you can change the skin tone of your in-meeting reactions as well. So here are just some general settings that you can make changes to. There are also some accessibility settings. You can adjust these settings on Zoom by selecting Settings and then the accessibility icon. Something great that you can do is adjusting closed captioning. You must enable closed captioning by signing into zoom.us, which you can search up on your web browser or by clicking on the link in the presentation and clicking on My Account, then Settings, and then the in-meeting settings, which is an advanced settings option, and then closed captioning. You want to enable always show meeting controls, and you can even adjust chat display size to enhance that size if you're having trouble seeing it on the screen. Here you can see this is a screenshot taken from the accessibility settings where you can alter the closed captioning, the meeting controls, and also change the font size from normal to medium or to large. Zoom plans. When you first sign up, you are on the basic plan. though other plans are available to give you more benefits. There are options such as Pro, Business, and Enterprise. To change or learn more about the plans, you can go to the Zoom website and click Plans and Pricing at the top of the screen. The basic plan is free. The Pro plan is $149.90 per year per license, and they say that it is great for small teams. The business plan is $199.90 per year per license, and it is great for small businesses. And then there's also the enterprise option, which is $240 per year per license, and it is great for large enterprises. Now I will be going over a live demonstration of Zoom in order to show you more of these settings and features in detail. So to start off, I want to show you how to actually enter into the Zoom application. So I personally have it downloaded to my desktop just so that I can have all of the features, but this will not apply to you if you simply use the website version where you just go onto your web browser. But you want to find the application on your computer, either in this bottom bar, or you can also go to the Launchpad, which is indicated by this icon, and then you can scroll through there to find Zoom. But I will click on it, and the first thing that we see is the home page here. And there are a few different buttons which were included in the presentation, but we can see them here. For example, the Back to Meeting button, which is simply there because I'm currently speaking with you over Zoom, but this would be New Meeting if you weren't already in a meeting. There's also the Join button, which allows you to join a pre-existing meeting. You can go to the Schedule section to schedule a meeting, and then you can also share screen. But I will now go over more detail on the scheduling aspect of Zoom. So you will click on the calendar, and this screen will pop up for you. And here you can type in the title of your meeting and then make all of the specifications that you want for the meeting itself. So you want to choose a date and time. You can choose the meeting ID. If you want a password for extra security and a waiting room. You can change the video settings as well, and also calendar. So if you want it to go to a calendar, which helps a lot with the scheduling and organizational aspects, then you can click on iCal, Google Calendar, Outlook, or another calendar if you use a different one. But I personally use Google Calendar. And then when you're ready, you would just click on Save. And then it will schedule. You may have to log into the website in order to complete the scheduling process, but it will then show up in your schedule. As you can see, it shows up in the meetings that I have coming up here. Then from there, you can also see that there is the Meetings tab located in the top here in the top bar. So we're currently at the home page, but if we go into Meetings, then we can see any upcoming meetings located here, and it will say that it's today because I just scheduled one for today. And from there, you can do a few different things. You can copy the invitation, and you can do that by clicking Copy Invitation. It'll then say that it's copied to your clipboard, and I could just simply paste it into a message to someone. You can also edit the invite as well. If you want to change the time or any of the specifications that you made, you can very easily make changes. In this Meetings tab of the app, you can also click on this plus button to schedule a meeting. So this is just an alternative way to do what we just did on the home page with scheduling a meeting. You can quickly click on the plus, and then you will be able to schedule a meeting. Here you can also see any recordings from meetings that you had in the past. So for example, I completed a few different group projects and we decided to record over Zoom. So these recordings can now be found here in the recorded section. If you move to the right here in the top bar, you can also go to Contacts. And here you can add people by clicking on the plus icon. You can then invite a Zoom contact by entering their email address here, and this makes it easier to connect over Zoom. There's also the apps icon located here. And going here will allow you to add third-party apps to use during Zoom meetings. So you can discover lots of different applications that they allow to connect to Zoom. I personally have never used one of these, but they all have different purposes, such as collaboration, games, etc. And if you do have apps, then you can click on My Apps. Though I do not have any, so they do not appear. Now I will go over how to edit your profile. So if you go to your profile picture in the top right-hand corner, mine is simply just a black screen, but yours may be a picture or your initials. You can see that you can access your settings. You can change your availability. You can change your profile, and you can also click on this button here to switch accounts if you have multiple Zoom accounts, or even sign out. There are also updates that you may get from Zoom, and you can check them by clicking here. And there's even an option to also set a personal note if you want to add something that people see when they connect with you over Zoom. But I want to quickly show you how to change your profile picture permanently. So if you go to my profile, it will take you to the Zoom website. And this is where you can make changes that will stay to your Zoom profile. So if you make any changes while you're in a meeting, they will go away after you leave the meeting. And the next time you join, they will be reverted back to, say, your old profile picture or your name. But by going here, we can change my name or the profile picture as well. And then when you're done, you just want to click on Save. But there is also the option to make changes while you're in the meeting. And you can do so by clicking on Participants, which is the people icon, and then hovering over your name and clicking on More. And then I can rename myself or edit my profile picture. Then I will just X out of the Participants tab, and I will go into Settings from the Zoom application. So again, if you click on your profile picture, you can click on Settings, and this is a great way to access most of Zoom's settings. So there is General, Video, Audio, Background, Share Screen, Chat. There are background and filters, your profile, and more. So you can make other changes, and you will be familiar with many of the features here because they were included in the presentation through screenshots. So you can simply find these sections by going into Settings. So that concludes the live demonstration portion of the presentation. So thank you so much for listening. If you would like to learn this lesson with a Cyber Seniors mentor, please go to our website or call the phone number to register for a one-on-one session. There are also weekly tech drop-in sessions from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays.